Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Successful CEO. My name is Zeeshan Mallick and I'm here with someone very, very, very special today. Simon, CEO of North Block, I believe, yes?
Indeed. How are you doing?
I'm really well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
No worries. So tell me, what is it that North Block does?
Okay, so North Block is an investment firm. We're focused on the blockchain sector. So we behave like a VC tech investment manager.
Right.
We've been investing in this space for about 3.5 years now, which is a relatively long time in this space. We have a Gibraltar-based fund, and we're Gibraltar regulated. We've made about 35 investments to date. To give guys an idea of our portfolio, we're an equity holder. Pardon?
All successful, I bet.
Well, a lot of the portfolio is not listed. I mean, we're very happy with the portfolio, but it's difficult to value it currently because they're not publicly listed equities.
Okay.
But we're, names that some people may be aware of. Ripple, for example, we're an equity holder there. We particularly like an investment. Blockstack is one that we did. We also invested in Hashgraph and a project called Origin.
So you've got some really good brand names in there, really powerful.
Yeah. And well, obviously, we hope through diligence and expertise, we're able to pick some winners.
Right.
So that's really mainly what North Block do. We also help clients raise capital from time to time. We've got strong co-investor networks. Where we like a project, we can help bring capital through our partners.
Amazing. Nice. And did you start the company or did you become CEO afterwards?
No, I founded the venture with my partner, actually, a chap called Charlie Faulkner.
Right. Okay. And so why did you want to become CEO? What inspired you to be this super successful investment company in blockchain crypto?
I've been a CEO or a founder of businesses most of my working life. So as a school leaver, I joined an old investment bank called Morgan Grenfell, which years ago got bought by Deutsche Bank. Anyhow, I was a junior trader there, and very early starts of my life, and I went off and started to retake my A-levels at night school, and I left Morgan Grenfell and got myself a job which provided me a car, which in those days was a sales job. Anyhow, I guess, short answer to your question is I've become a founder and a CEO over time in the pursuit of profit and cash, not because I had a specific desire to be a CEO. My first role as CEO was because having sold office equipment for a period of time, I found I was quite good at it. But I decided that I could make more money doing it myself than paying away my profits to the business I was working for.
Absolutely. Sounds good. I like that idea. At least it's a truthful, honest answer. I like that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, I would normally say to this point, what's your inspiration? But I think you've already given me that answer. So I'm going to skip over that bit. And instead, I'm going to ask you to become successful in the way that you have done, to come into an industry like blockchain and crypto and navigate that area, which has been, it's been up, it's been down, regulated, unregulated, potential minefields all over the place. What is that sort of special formula that you have that's made you successful to date?
Yeah, I think actually it's an ability to spot a growth opportunity or a growth market and spot it at an early stage. So, understand where there is a growth opportunity. So, for example, one of my first successes, I was an internet entrepreneur, and did very well out of a number of internet opportunities. But way back in 1997, actually, I founded one of the UK's first online stock brokerages. And so for me, that was about, spotting an opportunity and then executing on it. And I think execution is all important. And so having just, decided that the internet was a growth area and would be an opportunity for me to profit, I then decided that online stockbroking would be the killer app in the industry and really bring retailers and consumers online and start them, kickstart the internet for the consumer population, if you like. And that was a successful venture, and I eventually sold that venture to Commerce Bank. But I was very early. I mean, I was one of the first online brokers in the UK. There was us and Charles Schwab and E-Trade at the time. I suppose, so it's about spotting the opportunity, being gung-ho enough, and have the desire to take on risk and take on Goliaths like Schwab and E-Trade, and execute well, so that it did eventually become a success.
Amazing. I mean, you come from the dark ages of the internet, back when it first started, and we were all still like, "Hey, there's a fax machine."
Exactly.
So, 2019 is coming to an end now, and we're sort of getting to that point where people are going to start saying Christmas is coming, blah blah blah. So I'm going to say, what are your plans for next year, without obviously anything sort of confidential? Like, what's your goal that you're going to achieve in 2020?
Well, we run an investment fund, so our prime goal is to deliver returns to our investors in our fund. So we are targeting 10x returns to our clients over a 3-year period. And we're well on target for that, I might add. But I think, that's absolutely what I'd like to achieve. So for us, it's making new investments which we believe are going to deliver those 10x plus returns for our investors, and working with existing portfolio companies to ensure that they develop and grow and help us to achieve that return for our clients.
Right. So it's purely about growth in 2020. Everything's in place now, so it's going to make it more and bigger.
Yeah, totally. And I think the market's ripe for explosion. I think we're at the very early stages of the blockchain industry and crypto. This is like the birth of the internet in '99. I think we've got another 30 years of growth to look forward to, and I think we'll see some exponential returns coming through. And I suppose our job is to try and pick the winners of tomorrow. So we hope that we're picking the Amazons and the Googles and the Microsofts of tomorrow, basically.
Well, you've got 35 good opportunities there, so that's not a bad start, right?
Yeah, we hope so.
That's good stuff. All right, so tell me a little bit about your company now. It's in the blockchain space. It's about investing and that sort of thing, which is traditionally very structured. It's very ordered and very logical processes that everyone has to go through. So I would ask you this question. I mean, I'm a marketeer, and I always talk about creativity and doing things differently and trying to find a different way to do something that everyone is always doing. So within your organization, how do you encourage that sort of creative thinking mentality and trying to do something different?
I think it's through good leadership. I think it's open door policies, that not necessarily the right word, but I try and encourage all of my teams to get the best out of them and allow them to be free thinking and allow them to come up with ideas. I want to hear about new ideas, new suggestions, new products that we might create. And let's have an open forum for discussion. It's only through that discussion, that research, and that, an open mind, that we might find the next product and the next profitable opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever had any sort of big success when someone's come up to you and said, "Hey, I've got this great idea. It's completely left field," and it's been successful?
Well, I suppose that one of my successes historically was something like that. So I launched a company at the early stages of the internet called TMN Group. It was originally the Mutual.net. Right. And our claim to fame was that we were the first free share offering in the world, actually. It was around the time of building societies going public. So there was this carpet bagging theme, and building society clients were cashing in their chips, their shares in the building societies. At the same time, we had an internet boom, and companies were being valued by the number of users they had.
Right.
So we came up with the idea, so the idea then is, well, if you're going to have an internet company, you want as many users as possible to create the largest valuation possible. So how do you get the most users in the shortest period of time? You obviously give away your shares free of charge. Right. Well, consumers did in fact want internet stock, so I was on BBC Breakfast News and Bloomberg with a completely free share offering, giving away shares, and obviously we garnered millions of users in a very short space of time by giving away this stock, and we then listed that stock on AIM. So that became a great success story, and it became actually an online direct marketing business. But in answer to your question, that concept was not mine. It was actually my partner's at the time, a chap called Ben Heaton. And to be fair, when he first approached me with it, I said, "Are you absolutely bonkers? I mean, why would we give our shares away?" But the truth is, he sat me down, we talked it through, and I came round to the idea, and we eventually made a very successful business out of it. It was worth hundreds of millions in the end.
Is that what you're going to be doing now?
Making money or giving away free shares? We won't be giving away free shares in the investment firm, I'm afraid.
Too late to the game, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
No worries. Nice. I mean, okay, so what is it that you do in a typical day as someone who's sort of running this organization? You promote creative thinking. Now, what's on your average day that you talk?
Okay, well, to be fair, we're still a small firm.
Fair enough.
And I'm very much hands-on day to day. So a typical day would be, 3 or 4 calls with existing clients, some calls with new potential clients, so some new business opportunities that may have arisen. Reviewing some project plans that might have requested investment via our fund.
Right.
And then, conversations with my CIO and my partners about potential investment opportunities.
Got it.
It's generally a day full of either conference calls or meetings, and then when I'm not doing that, I'll be traveling to have meetings. We do most of our business actually in the US and Asia. We haven't made many investments in Europe to date, but it's not because we don't want to. It's just the opportunities have been better, let's say, to date outside of Europe. But yeah, we travel, and there are a number of events that we organise, and some events we attend, so conferences. So that's about researching and networking within my industry. I think communication is very important.
Okay. Nice. I mean, during your days, you always hear about successful people saying, "Oh, you must wear the same shirt every day, trousers and shirt every day, or something like that." You have something like that?
No, we don't.
You have to have the same pair of shoes on every day, for example.
No, I'm somewhat superstitious, but I've never had that type of superstition. I'm a quite casual, as you can see. I've got my polo shirt and jeans on today, but I'll suit up where required, and if I'm presenting at an event or a conference, obviously I'll dress smart.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that concept though, where the super successful, uber successful people that we're always saying, "Hey, that guy does this. We should listen to those, 7 habits that you see on Instagram of super successful people." Do you believe in those?
No. I think success is about tenacity and stamina. Creativity and some great vision, and then the ability to actually focus and execute. And I think blinkered vision actually helps with success stories. Sometimes I think too much information can take you off track.
Yeah. No, fair enough. All right, nice. So, one last question for you. The leaders of tomorrow, what advice would you give them to be like you?
Believe in your dreams. Go for it. And take some risks, especially at the early stage of your career or your life. What have you got to lose? It's the best time to take the risks. If you've got nothing, you can't lose it. So get up and go.
Just go for it. That's it.
Yeah. If you've got a vision, but I'd say also research your market, and take baby steps. So test the waters, and actually see if you can sell your product into market, if there is demand, if there is desire, and then grow from there. And I would say absolutely sales and marketing is so important for any company or business. Don't underestimate the importance of that, to the point where I'd say, a good example of that is Microsoft and Apple, where I think Microsoft won the day for many years, and not necessarily because they were a better product, but they were just better at marketing and sales.
Absolutely. Amazing. So if people want to get in touch with you, how can they find you?
They can look us up. It's www.northblock.io, and you can write to me via email. It's sw@northblock.io.
Cool. And as always, guys, I'll take all those links and everything, and I'll put it in the description down below the video. Simon, lovely speaking to you today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I wish you loads of success, and I'll be coming onto your website to make some investments very, very soon in one of those 35 companies.
I'd love that. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
See you.